Hi, I'm Scott, and today we're going to find out, do you really only need 5 bottles of Scotch in your collection? We'll find out next here in the arena. Apparently there's a challenge going on among many of the whiskey and bourbon channels that started with a comment from some guy in a Reddit subforum where he stated that you really only need 5 bottles of whiskey in your collection. Now obviously I reject that out of hand, as you can see from behind me here. However, the point was you need a daily drinker, you need a bottle to mix drinks with, you need a bottle to impress your friends, a Friday night bottle just for yourself to enjoy, and your special occasion bottle. So, interesting concept. A lot of guys have been doing these videos. I was challenged to do it by one of our subscribers, JBN951, asked me to do it. I thought it'd be an interesting challenge, so we'll jump into it. Now, I didn't want to go across my entire collection, both bourbons and scotches, so I thought I'd break it up into 2, and this time I'm just going to talk about my Scotch whiskeys. So my daily drinker for Scotch whiskeys, I kind of struggle with this a little bit because when I'm at home, I drink one thing. If I'm out at a restaurant, I generally go to another. But if you put a gun to my head, my daily drinker would be a basic Dewar's White Label. It's a great blend, very consistent, something that you can, sip on either neat or maybe over a little bit of ice. Let's not get into that argument. But just something very consistent. I like it, an inexpensive bottle, and something I think can definitely go in your daily drinker category. Now, of course, Dewar's has some up-level bottles, and I've got one back there that's a couple $100, believe it or not. But this is, probably my go-to daily drinker. As far as mixing, again, it's a concept I'm not familiar with as far as mixing, especially scotches. But if I had some heathen come over that wanted to make a scotch and soda or something like that, I'd probably go with JB Rare. An affordable bottle, $25-ish, something like that. It has a little bit of heat to it, so it can stand up to a mixing, I suspect. Although I'll be honest, I've never done it. But this would be a bottle that I think could certainly, I could mix a drink with this if I had to. And again, what I'm talking about here are bottles I have on hand. I'm not going to, give you some crazy bottle that I don't have is one that fits one of these categories. So impress your friends. Here again also you have the issue of, are you impressing a true Scotch aficionado, or are you just impressing somebody that is dipping their toes into the world of Scotch? Because then you're going 2 different directions. I think a solid choice though for this is an excellent bottle, the Lagavulin 16. Aged 16 years, has a deep smoky flavor, very smooth. I talked about it on a previous small bottle tasting that I did one time. I think this is excellent. Even somebody who's well versed in scotches would find this an impressive pour and something that I highly recommend. So as far as the Friday night pour, you've had a tough week, you want something nice, you're going to sit back in my case, my library here, and relax. I couldn't think of anything better than the Dalmore cigar malt, because I would be having a cigar with it. Probably should be having one right now. So yeah, this would be it. Not an inexpensive bottle. This one is relatively new, and I think it might have been $150, $160, something like that, if you can find it. It's not an easy get, but it's an excellent pour, and it pairs with the cigar, as you would suspect, beautifully, and something that I would highly, highly recommend. So now that special occasion, you know, once or twice a year type bottle. Again, I struggle with this a little bit. At first I was going to break my rules here from going with Scotch whiskeys, and I was going to suggest the Yamazaki 18 Japanese whiskey. Shockingly good. I will admit, I was a Scotch snob and thought initially you couldn't do better than, you know, a fine single malt Scotch from one of the islands. However, the first time I had the Yamazaki 18 really, really impressed me. So this would be it if I was going to branch out into a Japanese whiskey. But since I set the parameters, I suppose I could have broke them, but I'm going to go with a Highland Park single malt, single cask. This, believe it or not, was aged 29 years in oak barrels. It says right here on the label it was distilled in 1977. It was bottled in 2006. So it has some age on it. It is extremely smooth. It has some great notes, and easily fits the category of a every once in a while special occasion. As you can tell, I haven't had very many drams out of this one either. But it is an excellent pour and something I would highly recommend. So that's it. That's my 5 Scotch challenge. If you enjoyed this, let me know. If you want more content like this, let me know. I'm certainly going to do one for my bourbons, so that will be coming soon. But please leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and we'll see you again next time here in the arena.